Hello everybody and welcome back to PiratedNinja Productions. My name is Proteus and this is episode 9 of FTB Interactions. I have finally gotten the entire forest deforested. I also built the platform I talked about last episode for what will eventually be a more impressive Thaumcraft station. But I'll show you that later. The first thing that I have been wanting to do for several episodes now is finally get to making our Thaumium armor. There we are. So I've already gathered all the materials that we'll need. We're going to need 3 Thaumium plates each, which is 6 ingots, which is 24 ingots total. And then a bunch of screws and aquamarine and a full set of leather armor, and it has to be fresh. I can't have any durability broken. So the leather armor will come first. So we've got a cap and pants and boots and the tunic. All right. Next order of business, I'm going to need another hammer. We need to turn all of the Thaumium into into ingots, or double Thaumium ingots and then Thaumium plates. And then all of this iron needs to be turned into iron rods and then turned into iron bolts and then turned into iron screws. And the file broke. Of course it did. I'll just use the iron file for now. I'll have to make another better file. Probably a steel one. There we go. So now, if I go make me a Thaumium helm and a chest plate and some leggings and last but not least some boots. As you can tell, we're in dire need of new armor, so here we go. There we go. Task 1 complete. Full Thaumium armor. Of course, it looks a little strange considering my skin doesn't match up with the eyes, or doesn't match up with where the thing covers. So you see just a little bit of that skin popping out there. But yeah. Thaumium armor, and I was... I overestimated how many screws I would need. That's okay. I'll use them eventually. For sure. So the leftover armor can go in there. And the leftover screws as well. Put the steel in there. I just finished smelting up a batch of steel because it's something we're going to need a lot of eventually. Maybe today, maybe not. But this, well, like I said last time, I was planning on automating this coal coke. So I built an extra improved coke oven, and I've got a chest here. It just takes all of my raw wood, turns it into charcoal, which it then puts in here, which it then smelts into coal coke. And I keep running out of space for all of my creosote. So what I've done is I put 16 stone drums here, and once they're all full, you can void all the material, all the liquids in them. So I'm just using this big tank as a buffer in case these fill up, so I don't get too much of a backup on my coal coke production, because I'm going to need a lot of it once it's time to set up the big steam boiler so we can get turbines going and move into LV power. Probably not going to get to that one today, unfortunately, just because I don't think I have the materials required. That's not the book I was looking for. That's the book I was looking for. So I did a little bit more on the research. I unlocked at least the basics of these. Still need to actually finish this one. I did the glowstone, but I haven't done these ones. I actually crafted glowstone the vanilla way, and it counted it even though it shouldn't have. So if you go to, not the vanilla way, the non-Thaumcrafty way. So you go to Thaumcraft, or you go to here, you get tiny piles of glowstone dust, which can be created in the alchemy array with medium covalence dust and illumination powder. You get 5 each. So I just did that twice. I got 10. I turned 10 of them into, or 9 of them into 1 piece of glowstone dust, which is right there. That's pretty much all I did. So, and in order to do that, I did have to go and make some liquid starlight, which I also used to make a bunch of infused wood, which is why there's a bucket in the hole in the ground. I think that's mostly everything I did in between. I did go mining a bit for some rock crystals. I made the goggles of revealing. It's not a very complicated recipe. It's just leather, brass, and thermometers, which are gold. And yeah, it's not a complicated recipe. So I just went and made those because it makes crucible crafting a lot easier. Alright, so we have a bit of a... I didn't really maybe plan this out the best, but the Thaumcraft station is all the way on the other side of the island. And it is planned to keep it away from the major part of my base because I don't want it spawning rifts in the middle of the base and then destroying everything. But at the same time, it's a bit of a journey. Bit of a long walk to get there. And this whole thing needs to be cleaned up. I'll remove all the foliage and maybe flatten sections of it out. There you can see the very impressive cobblestone circle with a smaller circle in the middle. I know that the colors are kind of eye-watering at the moment. It's a placeholder to remind me that I need to replace it with better looking materials and extend it too. So what I'm planning on doing here is building up a full like island from sea level all the way up to here, maybe a couple levels above sea level, and then in the center here we'll have a tower that goes up pretty far and probably down as well. And this is just some chisel Tyrian and some then infused wood from Astral Sorcery and some arcane bricks. Eventually I want to make this whole thing out of mostly Thaumcraft related blocks. You know, keep with the theme. And this whole cobblestone circle will be replaced with a better looking block at some point as well. But yeah, so I started the research as well. That's something I'm not going to do on camera because it's very tedious and long, boring. Yeah, we're just not gonna, I'm not gonna subject you guys to that. So the next order of business, let me just fill up my crucible. There we go. So the goal is, many quests to claim. Let me just claim these. So I made some arcane stone, get some free arcane stone for that. Made glowstone, get some free glowstone. Made a grindstone, I get an ancient knowledge / potion. I don't know what that does. Made some illumination powder, I get a glass lens and 1 level of XP. Get some runed. Oh, that would have been nice to have to make this with. A straw and some fluid conduit, ender shard, and a rock crystal. Okay then. And then rock crystal ore gets me some lapis. Okay. And 1 thaumium. Oh, see, I should have done that before crafting all of that. Oh well. Got plenty more we need. So that's quite a bit of the magic tab gotten done for now. Eventually I'll get to the light concrete, but I think I'm gonna have to do the fluid solidifier, which means I need a mixer. This is what I want to do. Yeah, so a fluid solidifier, which I can make it LV once we get there, concrete, and a mold, which is just some steel, will get me light concrete. And in a mixer, if I want light concrete, no, if I want liquid concrete in a mixer, it's water, stone dust, and clay dust, which are all pretty easy to do. So we just have to get there. And get a lot of stone dust when we do our pulverization and centrifuge and stuff like that in LV. Alright. So these are all crucible things to do. So I don't really want to show those because I make a mess whenever I crucible. It's awful, which is why, for now at least, I have the crucible pointed above to an open ceiling so that the flux can dissipate as much as possible. Is there something I need to use? No, I can just mine that. Way, and then put that away, and put all of this away for now. Sure. I'm gonna have to do some bag organization, which hopefully we can get to in today's episode, be organizing all of the chests and such. But for now, we're going to go away from the Thaumcraft Island. I will build a proper bridge out there eventually. Once I actually build the island itself and all that, I'll build bridges. I need to figure out some way to do gates, because take a look at the map. I'd like to be able to connect like this peninsula to this part of the island, so or I can get off the island without having to swim. Same over here, and probably like over here, just to be able to get off the island at parts but have controlled access. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do for that is there's this block I can't quite get to yet, but that looks very interesting from Ender Utilities. The drawbridge extends or contracts a line of blocks. Max length is 64 for normal and 32 for advanced, but the advanced version can use different blocks for each position. And then you can camouflage it by right-clicking with an empty main hand while holding the camo block in the offhand. Yeah. So, but this requires a sticky piston dropped into a half-full pool of mana. Sticky pistons, pretty easy. Just any kind of slime ball, which we can make lots of, and a piston, which is actually the vanilla recipe. It's the mana pools that are a bit of a problem. For now, I can't make a regular mana pool. I don't have access to living rock yet because I need concrete, which we need to get to LV first. So, yeah. I also don't have the Starlight Crafting Altar, which could do that, actually. But that would hurt my chances of getting good Starlight stuff. And then mana powder from Botania requires Phytogrow. Okay, I can do this. Mineral resin. Vintium dust. Think I've found some of this. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's check the ores tab. Nope. It sounds familiar, which is why I'm checking. Nope. Nope. Oh, I just clicked that one. Nope. Alright, well, where is the Vintium then? It's probably going to be one of those ones I can't get to yet, huh? It does look like it. Bauxite, manganese, zinc. Okay. Very bothersome. Dimensional shard, marble, aquamarine, amber, salt, saltpeter. Yeah, I have no idea where to get Vintium ore from. I'll have to look it up later. So, point is, cannot make this stuff yet. Mana powder. I don't have access to Phytogro. I don't think I have slag or saltpeter. Where do I get saltpeter from? Saltpeter ore, naturally. And where do we get slag from? Oh, well, that's useful. How do you make bioblend? Okay. Well, that's okay. So slag, you can auto craft slag. That's awesome. So that's doable eventually. Obviously not yet. Need power first. So yeah. What I'm gonna do so as to not waste any more time is I'm going to poke around in the recipes JEI and some mod wikis and try and figure out the best way to go about getting our power up and running, so that hopefully this episode we can get at least a couple of LV machines and not have to deal with steam powered stuff anymore. It'll still be steam powered, but it'll convert it into energy instead of using steam to do things. So yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, so I'm back after a little while, and I went ahead and I crafted up a bunch of stuff. I actually finished another quest, many other quests. So I finished this one here, the bronze boiler. I got a ton of aluminum already, which is good. And advanced mechanical pipes, cool. So in the journey to get bronze up and running, I went through and I did a bunch of Thaumcraft stuff. Just a little bit. And oops, looking at my inventory here. Unfortunately, we can't make this Mobius fuel ever, it looks like. It's kind of weird, but okay, we'll just put that off to the side. But in this bag here, we've got some mini aluminum. It's crafted by tossing coal coke into a cauldron with all of these things, and you get 9 aluminum per, which has, I believe, so that's 4,800 and this is 3,200, so it has slightly more burn time per aluminum, or per, yeah, than per coal coke, so we're gonna go with that. So for now, first thing I would like to do is actually set it up. So if you look at this, you go over multi-block pattern. So the lowest is an input bust and an input hatch. And then bronze firebox casings in the back. So it's 1, 2, 3, like that. And then input bust there. Input hatch there. And what's in the middle of the bottle? Firebox casing? Wait a minute. I actually need an extra firebox casing. Interesting. And 1, 2. Am I sure? Yeah, firebox, firebox. Yep. Alright. Well, that's different. Using a wrench to mine things. Anyways. I just forget the recipe, so it's easier to do this. So I need 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bronze. Oh, I've got 4 plates, so I just need 4 for those, and then grab, I had a leftover one of those. And then I need a file to turn, oh, that was copper. That's right, I used up most of my bronze making all this stuff. There we go. That'll be enough. Oh good, daytime. A little bit easier to see, but not really because, yeah. Okay, so where does the output hatch go then? Interesting. Okay, well, I guess I'll figure it out. And pipe casing. I know it's an invalid structure. Thank you very much. I probably did that wrong. Oh, so the top is also a machine casing. Hey, which means I need another machine casing. Which means I need 6 bronze plates. I don't know if I don't have any bronze plates, so I need 12 of these. Yep. This is what happens when I don't try to build something before I need to build it. Okay, let's try that now. I still find this pretty hilarious. Just saying. Okay. Invalid structure. Okay. See, I thought I had figured this out. If I do this. There we go. Now it's a valid structure, right? Yay! Sorry about that. Okay. So it was just that it was missing the thing that was not listed in the diagrams. Whatever. So I didn't need to go build more machine casings. I'll need them later. Okay, so for this, we have an input bus and an input hatch. I believe, yeah, the hatch is for liquids, the bus is for solids. So the best thing to be doing, I need a chest and some conduit. Do I have any chests around, or am I gonna have to make one? Same thing goes for conduit. Do I have any around? I have conduit. Don't think I have any chests. Oh, I got a bronze chest. That will do for now, at least. And then I also need the Everfull urn. I don't know if the urn will automatically flow into this, but it's doing something. It's working. Yay! Wow, that is a huge tank. Well, huger than I expected for being an LV tank. But I am not complaining at all. And then we just go and pop all of the aluminum into here. And what should happen, it lit up, it should be bringing it up to temp, and then steam output will be, you know, done. It'll start filling out the output hatch, but just waiting to see when it gets up to temp. Well, while it does that, in order to get this fully automated, unfortunately I can't fully automate anything but coal coke at the moment, so I'm going to be using coal coke once I run out of the store of aluminum. But I've got coal coke fully automated, except for the input. I have a ton of wood to be working with right now, but that's all left over from tearing down the forest that was my island. So what I need to do is increase what I've got. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to build a tree farm. And probably will actually set it up either in between episodes or next episode, just because it's so late into this one. And yeah, so why don't I grab that quest? Gets me Barrel Void upgrade and a control seal, which is for Thaumcraft golems, which, yikes. I'm really inexperienced with the golems. So I have to also look up how to use the tree beacon, which is part of the reason why I don't want to do it here. Okay, let's see if this is making steam yet. It is! Yay, steam! 100 Celsius is the boiling point of water. There we go. Still not full. Craziness. I bet you it's 16 buckets. A lot bigger than I expected for a tiny little input hatch. Full. Took a decent amount. Cool, there we go. So I think it will actually keep burning off all of my steam, so I'm basically wasting fuel right now. But once I get the tree farm set up, I'm really not going to care about wasting fuel, because it's basically unlimited. Maybe not high powered, but unlimited. Yeah, so I'm going to call the episode here, and in between, I'm going to try and rework this setup a little bit, as well as learn how to use the tree beacon from Astral Sorcery, because I have never used it before, and I'll probably actually get that set up in between episodes, and then just walk you guys through what I actually did to do it. I'm going to rearrange all this stuff because at the moment it's a little disorganized. I'm going to try and get some sort of void thing for fluids, because right now I just have my backup tanks, and what I do here is when these get full, I think I showed this already, they get full, I clear them out, and then I replace them. It's the only thing I know of that I can do at my current tech level, but hopefully once I get access to LV machines, which I will probably also build between episodes because they are the next level of questing. Basically all of these, there are a ton of micro crafting required, and I really don't want to put you guys through that, so I'm not going to. Oh, I can go, oh, I did get that. Okay, what does that unlock? The steam turbine. I'd like to have gotten the steam turbine this week, this episode, but we're kind of running a bit low on time. Yeah, quite a bit low on time, so I will probably just build it in between episodes. It's a lot of grindy stuff to be doing. You notice I cut out building all of the initial components for this, except for the few that I had to quickly craft because I ran out. But it's just not, it's boring to me, and I'm doing it, so I don't want you guys to be bored. I also need to rework how to get through my my fence here. I don't want to have to walk all the way through here, go all the way to the other side. I want to build like a gatehouse or something. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to work on organizing the rest of the island a bit, because right now it looks a little, well, it looks great on the screen because you can't see the height differences, but I don't want such a tall mountain. I want to shave it down a little bit so I have a little bit of a flatter area. I'm considering trying to flatten the entire thing down to sea level, which means down to, let's walk over to sea level over here. So Y63, bringing the whole island down to Y63, which if you go all the way up there, that's like Y80. It's a lot of work, especially considering I've got Tinker's tools that are very basic and I don't even have oh, can I get is it an extruder? Extruder. Let's see. It has to be MV. Darn. Because MV, or the extruder, I should rephrase, is where, if I can get to the pages, there, hammerhead, is where you can get the hammers. I think you can get them from, oops. Would help if I could type. I think you can get the, yeah, see, you can get, so there are some pickaxe, or some things you can only get from the extruder, but the extruder has to be MV, so we're not quite there yet. Darn. I was really hoping I could get myself a hammer and a excavator so I could do clearing of land a lot easier, but okay, well, we are way over time now, so I am going to end the episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you later.